Hey there, jumping on the train again for Manic Monday. Haystack Creations sponsors a Manic Monday, and she has wonderful freebies and digitals that you can use and build different things each week. So this week I'm super excited. I've been working on trying to use up things that I have or thought that I would need in junk journal, but haven't been able to use, or things that I've received. I'm trying to use them quicker. So what I did this week is I've had this paper, and I thought when I was junk journaling, I was going to use this paper all the time. I haven't used a piece of it yet for junk journal, I don't think. I tried to make a greeting card once and just kind of put that aside because greeting cards are way harder than junk journals and junk journal pieces. So I fell in love with junk journaling instead. So anyway, what I did with the freebies is I picked out a color that I thought would go good with her designs. And I actually printed her digitals freebies on brown, and I did them two-sided. She has 4 pages, actually 5 pages of freebies, 4 of the designs for the folio, and then these back like almost wallpaper flower type of designs. It's peony made for her, so her kit is all about peonies. So I am going to cut these apart and then film the process along the way. But if you haven't ever joined Haystacks for a Manic Monday, I would say jump in. It is super fun. She always gives away freebies for you to use in these, and if you want to, you can pick up a bigger pack. I kind of like the way that it printed on the brown. It's almost like it's muted the flowers a little bit. I'm not such a flowery person, so it's almost like an upcycle, or it's almost like it's been done on a bag, but it's actually just on this paper. So this is going to be super fun, and these are just tags. So I opted to print on both sides. I thought it would be super cool to do that, and I wanted to work with something thicker because previous to this I have been just printing on paper and gluing it to something else, and I think that I should have invested in glue, because I use like one glue something up every time I do a project. So I'm trying to get wiser in how I craft. And then with a lot of glue, sometimes it leaves puckers on your paper or things like that, especially if it's a water-based glue. So anyway, this is the paper that I use. So instead of regular, it's the size of regular paper, but instead of what, I don't know, it's this density, thickness, I forget what this is called. But instead of that, which I think, I don't know the number for regular paper, it's 65, and my printer didn't like it so much, but it took it, and it didn't get jammed, and I printed on both sides. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to step you through my process and cut the pieces up, put them together, and I'll be back. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I've taken 3 out of the 4 pages and I've cut them out. And I had to rewatch the video because I did not keep the instructions with the pages. So what you're looking at is the inside. Things that are on the back are over here and up here. This is optional. You can use it on this, or you can use it as a second pocket for page 4. I didn't cut out page 4 because I wasn't sure if I wanted it even thicker than it is, being a standalone tag. This is very thick, and some of the thickest stuff I work with other than cardstock or cardboard, so to speak. But props to these yummy offsets. I love printing double-sided. I have all this extra fodder in here for future anything. Also, I did not cut out my butterfly, and this is the offshoot of page 2. I like to do altered index cards, and these are darn close to the size of an index card. I won't tell if you won't, so I can use them in future projects too. Or I have an idea where I could cut this out maybe with a pen knife, if that's what they call it, and then have like the hole there for the shape of the outline of the butterfly. So anyway, so I'm going to start folding and gluing. So if you want to watch that, I'm going to do that right now. All right, not going to lie, having lost the instructions by cutting out the pages, I definitely had to rewatch her video and then put them here in a way that would logically make sense to me. I hope I'm good folding on this surface. We may get a little shaky from time to time, but let's see what happens. So this is actually the inside, and then this is the outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold along the lines as best as I can. And my paper is thick, but not that thick. I don't feel the need to have to score it, but I am going to use my cheese butter knife, aka stand-in for a bone holder, to fold. And let me turn this light on, see if that helps out a little. And maybe this one. It's super bright outside. It's just super dark in here. It's another reason why I don't really film too much at night. Again, I'm looking for that line. I don't know why I don't see it. There it is. Okay, I'm just folding along that line. And I have a little off here. Okay, because I went a little too wide with my cut. So no biggie, I can always just trim that up a little. Okay. I can always trim along there too. I have an inkling that I'll be inkling a lot, so okay. All right, we have that. And now, so this is the back and this is the inside. So let's start working on the insides. I'm not exactly even cutting here too, but I don't want to start cutting until I'm done front and back. Maybe I will fold these again just one more time, just to get nice folds in there. I love folds that are all worked out. So I'll just run this here. All right, so again, inside. These double-sided printing and the thicker paper blows my mind. It saves so much time. And wow, I'm just blown away by what a difference, what would be considered to most people a simple craft supply can really help you up your craft game, so to speak. All right, so I'm just going to fold along the lines here and along the lines here. And these fold spots, of course, are going to be your glue spots. People who design digital kits that do construction, I love them. I think constructing things and trying to figure out how to get where you need to get sometimes can be so difficult. And then when you have a kit like this that does all that for you, it just takes all the guesswork out of it. And, you know, you could use, now that you have these templates from these wonderful people, you know, you can take the template and use it with any paper that you have. You know, if the digitals aren't to your taste, or if you just like to alter and just want to be totally creative, you know, you can do that too. So, right? Again, I'm looking for that line, trying to get right on it. I am not the straightest folder in the world. I am not the straightest cutter in the world. There is no cutting machine here. It is just my fingers and hands. There's no fancy schmancy stuff going on here. But again, like I said, it's amazing how even just a small craft supply can up your game. And, you know, I can see now why people invest in the tools that they do. You know, and that's all personal preference. And it depends on how much you're crafting or what you're crafting for. You know, if you're selling your items and you need to, you know, mass produce and put out a certain amount of items, then, you know, it just makes sense that you would start to invest in your business and tools and stuff. Right now, I'm just doing these. I enjoy giving my stuff to other people. I enjoy making it. Occasionally, I would like to sell something. You know, to help maybe buy another craft supply or get a sewing machine or, you know, some letter stamps or something like that. But, you know, you don't have to rush yourself. There's a way for you to do it to DIY. So anyway, I was just playing around with the folds. I know we're over here, but still, I'm going to glue before I cut. And again, she makes this so easy. All you got to do is glue along here, along the flaps. Oh, wow. My glue's really coming out good now. Look at you showing off, fancy glue. I guess it likes being upside down, and maybe because it's been super hot in here. It's 70, I don't even know what. It's 70 a lot degrees in the house right now. Oh, and I guess I should glue. I'm feeling like I should be gluing that side too. I mean, those are going to be folded in, but yeah, all right. Well, I can flip it down and then I can run glue. All right, let me press this down. Make sure we're good eating the hoodie. All right, and see, oh, probably not the smartest thing to do because I was pressing it down. But you can see there the flaps underneath. But I wanted to do that so that I could, well, it's good to clear the extra glue because you don't want to have extra glue in where you want your pocket. So, all right, so we have that. And now I'm just going to run some glue up in here. I have these little pieces that will be on the inside, but this is the only other piece that needs to go in here. All right, so before I do that, I'm going to do this piece. I don't know what's worse, my short-term memory or my long-term memory, but I'm going to say my short-term memory. I like to study YouTube videos, and I watch and watch and watch and watch and watch and watch, and then I go to do it, and then I'm like, what? So anyway, but that's good now that I know that that is a nice fold, and that's good to go. All right, so now we need to do this guy. Such a pretty peony. Pretty peony. I don't know. I'm choosing to flip them over, and it's, you know, it doesn't expose the back line until like the very last second, but you do you. If you want to fold it the other way first and then fold it back that way, or if you just want to fold it once and you're a one and done, good for you. Sometimes I'm a struggle bunny. And sometimes I feel like there's a method to my madness. I am not sure. So, in order to get this to fit in here, we need to find the right place to put it. Obviously, it can't go any higher than that. And I have these folds here, so let's just make sure we are not going to fit. So I'm going to cut. I can see a little, I don't know if you can see that or not. You can see a little bit of the brown sticking through there. So I'm going to cut, like, I've been leaving a bit of the black edge on, even though I knew I was going to ink. But this construction is precise, and depending on how thick your paper is and you fold it, you may have to just adjust or snip it down just ever so much to get it to fit into your project. And she has her act together too, Tabitha at Haystacks, because with the other digitals that I get, sometimes I have to resize them to get them to print through my printer, and it's hard to consistently resize multiple different types of pages. So, all right, we are almost fitting. We're just sticking out a little bit over here. So I'm going to trim that in. All right. What do they always say? Measure twice, cut once. Measure, yeah. Okay, all right. So this is going to look like this. I know I'm zoomed in really close, so I'll be mindful of that so you can see the whole thing. Gotta keep it up there so you'll have pocket 1, pocket 2, and flap in, and that fits. Okay. All right, and then since I have this up and open, where was that part that was sticking over? It's really hard to see. Here and here, so it's this part. Okay. All right, so I'm going to give this a snip over here on the side too. These things are all going to be harder to do as you construct, so the better and straighter and more accurate your cutting is, the more happy you will be when you go to put these things together. But you don't have to be perfect, and it'll all work out at the end. And you can hide a lot by inking and doing different things. All right, so there we go. Again, there's our fold. Oh, we still have a little bit sticking out there. All right. Learn how to cut straight. Not me. All right. So we have that. We're folded in. Okay. Looking good in the back. All right. All right. Now, fine. All right. We want this to go in here. I'm debating before I go through all this. Do I cut off all the black now that... I'll just leave it on. I'm going to ink anyway. If it sticks up to the point where it's not going to fit, then maybe I'll do something otherwise. But all right, now this is going to be hard to tell with the flap. So let me just put some glue on the flap. I love that this glue is actually, well, now you're a little sticky. That's okay. I love that this glue is actually flowing. I can't believe it. All right, so we want this to have its pointy ends kind of here and here, but also it's got to still fold in here. Mission accomplished. All right, and now I'm going to do what I did last time. I'm going to press against here. I'm also going to make sure that there's not excess glue. Whoops, I shifted a little. I'm going to make sure there's not excess glue in here. Well, I shifted a lot. And make sure that we work. All right. We are good. All right. So I'm feeling that this is done on the inside. Everything else on the inside is done. So we can safely glue on the end here. I'm not going to glue in the middle. I think that the folds and everything, that might be enough. I'm not sure. With this, though, I do want to glue in the middle because I want to glue it down. All right, so let's run some glue. Let's start with the top flap and run some glue down either side to kind of make the pocket. Okay. I always try to get it as far close to the end as I can and not go over glue. As we all know, my name is Terry and I'm a glueaholic. I over glue almost everything and I use tons and tons of glue. Haha, yes. Okay, very good. Very good. All right, and then I am going to glue the side, the middle, the other fold, and then that side. Okay. My camera holding my bob fell really low, and I noticed that the last time I did a video, super close, and I'm like, I like it, but now I'm even like have less room to show you things because it used to slide all the way across. So I like the zoom in idea, but now I have to remember that you can't see as far across. But with a project like this, what's here is also here. So, and when it's folded in, there's plenty of room. All right, so I'm going to fold in again, and we are still good. That makes me very happy. They meet just the way they need to. All right. And I don't think I over glued, but I glued enough that everything seems to be sticking. All right, so I'm gonna leave it like this, and look how pretty that is. I'm gonna flip it over, and that is also very beautiful. And the other thing that's genius about what she's done is you can decide how you want to do these, and you can do them like you could put the one on the one side, one on the other side. You could have this be over here and this be over there, and again have that inside out, or you can have the more eclectic look with these. I mean, it's just, there's so many options with the double-sided printing that she's given, and that's just amazing. So, all right, so like with this, like this is flowers, it's almost flowers on flowers, really matching, it's almost hidden, but taking this extra piece and putting it on the back adds a little bit of something to it, or you could actually even put it up here. Like the little shirt, remember the little shirt pocket thing? I might actually put it up there. You never know, but this is just so pretty. Just keep gluing. All right. Glue it. Fold it, glue it, stick it. Don't think too much about it. Overthinking is definitely a junk journaler's worst friend. I mean, I have to overthink to a little point because embellishment doesn't come naturally to me, but at some point it just becomes insanity, and I have spent like days looking for like one little piece of scrap that needs to go into a junk journal, and it's really not as good for my well-being. So so this guy can go here. Right, so I'm just gonna put the glue because I don't know. I do like that, but not as much. I mean, I would need to have like a hard, well, and then this piece is just double sided that way. Never mind. All right, let's get this flap glued. Haha. And again, hats off, hands off. Heartfelt thank you to Tabitha for doing this and putting these wonderful things together for us. These are so super fun to do. She takes all the guesswork out. She actually, I don't know how long it's been going on. I've only been doing the challenges. This is my second month. I started in April. I found her in April. And she has a hand that's hurt, and cutting and folding and doing all that. I know that that's really hard, and I wish her healing, speedy and quick healing, health and wellness. And so yeah, yep. All right, now. Trying to just keep it folded. I'm folding it against what it needs to be. All right, and that. And this pocket going here, if I put it here, won't be going against that. So I can put that down whenever I want to. But let's do the side flappies. I'll do this one first since that one's in, this one's in camera. Let's get the, I think it goes this way. Yeah. Yeah, because it's going to be it. All right. Yep. All right, so fold this tab in. Nice. Go back. Go forward. That one will go there. And then I'm going to take this one. Same thing. Fold forward, fold backwards, fold forwards, and then that guy is going to go over here. Okay? All right, so let's put that there. Now my glue's acting up a little. Come on. My squeezing hand. Let me give it a little shake. And we have some glue. All right, and while it's working good, I'm just gonna run it along this one too. Now I wanna close it real quick before I put it on, just to see how far in. Actually, I think I had them backwards because you want it to be a pocket this way. So I want to kind of do it towards the edge here so we have room to stick it in the pocket. So this one actually has to go here. I'm not sure if I turn it around, if that's how I had it or not. Oh, can you see? All right, let me move it over. Maybe it was, I'm not sure, but I thought I had that one on that one and that one on that one, but it's kind of like a scallop, right? So it's going to go into the pocket. Is that the right one I had on there? I'm not sure. So I'm glad I did that, so. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing over here. And I'm going to bump it kind of close to here, definitely on the bottom. And then we will glue that side last after we make sure everything kind of folds and fits good. A little slippery right now. It's not immediately tacky, this glue. It takes a hot minute to do that. All right, so that side's on, that side's on. All right, and remember again, this is the back. So here's the piece together. And then here's your pocket here, pocket here, pocket here. Open up inside, pocket here, pocket here, pocket here, pocket here. All right, this is all glued down. All right, so now I need to glue these guys down just on the sides. Okay. On the straight side, not the curved side, because that's the... All right. Come on, glue, stick with me. Is any coming out? Nope. Come on. You were doing so good. You were doing so good. Give it a little shake. Squeeze. There we go. A little bit more than I wanted, but that's okay. These are pretty big for pockets, so it's okay. All right, you know what? I'm going to put the cap on it and I'm going to keep it upside down in my pen holder. All right, so let's put the big guy one side, the other side. Try to smush in that glue residue. The other thing that I noticed too, and the thicker paper isn't really going to be able to help me there. I have an inkjet printer, so with these water-based glues, you just have to be really careful if you get it too wet for too long, because the ink will come up, it will go on your hands. This is ink from earlier. That you printed, no matter how long you've had it printed, it likes to re-energize. And it certainly will do that to you. Oops, sorry, I'll press that down. All right, I'm going to give this a second to dry, and then I'm going to go through the folds again. I'm talking myself out of this here. I don't know, I just feel like it's covering up something that's so beautiful, and that's going to be on the outside. And, you know, we might have a nice piece of nice ribbon or something around that, so I don't really want to futz with that. So what we can do is we can use it on here, and I think that's what she did too. We can use it as the pocket on here. You know, that's really pretty too. Maybe we can put it up higher and it could be an inside. Maybe we can do that. I don't know. There's lots of options. That's another fun thing with these crafts. So, all right. I'm going to hit this up with my blow dryer and I'll be right back. Okay, that's dry enough. I did create, it's still wet over here. That's okay. I did create a little faux pas, and I should have been inking these as I put them in before I put them on. I have some ideas how I can work my way around that. You know, obviously a lot of inking. It's going to be a little harder to do. Most of these are defined, so I may be okay. Like maybe I could just run maybe a paint pen or something down here. I also thought maybe I could do some faux stitching, maybe just kind of draw stitch marks or quilt marks in here too, but that would be a story for another day. So we're coming on a half an hour here, so I might just call it a day here, or I can just move forward with the creation of the tags. I did decide after working with this, those are plenty thick as tags, so you know what, let me cut it out and I'll be right back. Page 4. I just want to say again, as I cut, I just absolutely am in love with this construction. The flaps that she has to fold to make the pockets with, especially the ones on the bottoms and on the side, I feel like that kind of naturally gives you that little, you know, bump out that sometimes maybe if you just glue a piece of paper onto another piece of paper or cardstock onto another piece of cardstock, you know, that thickening that you need, that little extra opening for something that's not specifically like very thin. I feel like that really helps with that too and gives it a more robust look. So as I'm sitting here cutting by myself, I figured I would come online and say that real quick. Definitely don't want to watch me cut. Definitely. So I will finish and I'll be back. All right, there you have it. Here are the pieces from page 3.5 and 4. Here's the 2 tags in the 2 different styles. My very rough cutting skills. And here's the other pocket. All right, so I'm going to, again, take this and fold up to the line, back again, and that would have been all the way to the line. And then same thing over here. Fold up to that black line. I know it's hard to see. It's hard for me to see too. All right. I'm just going to fold that back again. And then take this one, fold up to the line. Go back again. Now, I learned from my lessons of the past, I should be inking now before I glue it down, but I'm not going to because this is only one piece and it would only affect the edge. So I'm not gonna unnecessarily take ink out at this point. I am going to glue here, glue here, glue here. Thank you again, Tabitha, for the tags. You are awesome. I'm trying to find center. I know I'm not in there. Trying to find center. And I'm doing all 3 at once. I'm getting real gutsy, huh? Just gonna push that down. Try not to transfer the glue with my inky hands onto the piece. I'm gonna flip it over. Just gonna take this guy real quick just to help flatten it out and get that glue out. Now, I have an idea. Well, I do like that too, but that is kind of bare. I don't know. Let me fold this over and see if it'll fit. I thought I was free and clear and I wouldn't have had to put this in if I put it on that side. No, but I actually would have had to. And that's really shoved in there. So I don't like that. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put it back here and it'll be kind of like more of a discreet pocket. Do you like it up here? Do you like it down there? It would be for something super small if it was up here, but that could be fun for ephemera too, since all the other pockets are towards the bottom and as big as they can be. So why don't we put it up there? All right, we'll just take the glue. Come on, glue. Just a little while longer. Stay with me. Stay with me. There we go. All right. So I'm just going to take it. kind of fun to have things sticking out all over the place. At least that's what I think. All right, we have that glued on there. Do not transfer with your hands. Are we still somewhat straight? Yes, we are. All right, now we just want to take a little bit more glue. Hang in there with me, glue. Squeeze. You know, nope. More shaking. All right. It's a combination between my hands. Oh, I went out far. And the glue. Have a little bit of tendinitis. It's not always fun to be grabbing and squeezing onto glue bottles, but alas, the things we do for our crafts, right? Right. So there's a fun pocket there. And I like how it's camouflaged, and I like how it's on top. You know, too, we are going to be sticking this in the one pocket, which I'll show you in a second. So it's kind of cool too that it's up on top. I think she had hers maybe on the front of here, so it's pocket on a pocket, but I kind of like the fact that this is kind of discreet. And I like the fact that this is just such a pretty, it's such a pretty peony. And then here are the tags. So let me get my hole punch. Don't judge me on my hole punching skills. Sometimes it's hard for me to line up. We do our best. Yeah, it's not so bad. I will not complain about that. And one more. Sometimes I have to put it opposite and kind of look to see where the metal thing is going. Give a squeeze. All right, so here are our two tags. So let me bring back in the other piece. All right, so we can have this little piece. You know, we can go crazy. We can put tag in here, right? That's such a big, luxurious pocket. I love the way that she has the things there. You can even fit the one tag back here, right? And now you can put it in here that way. You can put it in this way. Again, these are luxurious pockets with the flaps the way that she made them. You can't even see that that's a tag because that's like that. Or you can take it and do it like that, have the flower sticking up. And then the only thing else you need to decide is maybe I'll just cut along the edges just a little bit more. What kind of closure do you want? You know, definitely 2 more holes and pulling a ribbon through and tying it would look so cute. Also, it might look good with a little bit of embellishment, some lace ribbon or stuff like that. But I'm going to stop the video here. If I do further embellishment, which I probably will, and ink, I definitely need to ink. I'll put a picture of the finished product in there. I'm thinking I might be able to get away with maybe a thin amount of lace or ribbon here. Again, there's so many possibilities with these. I love the luxurious pockets. You can do so many things with the tags, the front, the back of the piece. It's just such a nice, you probably even fit it back here. You can even fit it back there. So thank you again, Tabitha at Haystacks. This was such a great project. I can't wait to embellish it, and I'll share the final piece. Again, go check her out. Haystacks Creations with Tabitha, I believe, on YouTube. I'll tag her. And then she also has a Facebook by really close to the same name, too, with the fun things like this Mania Monday, and I forgot. That right hashtag will be in there too. All right, see you later, guys. Bye.